guys, my name is Gogui and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a golden hour bronzy makeup because it's just that time of day, it's that time of year, and I want to look golden and glowy today. So to prime my face, I'm going to be using the Way Rose Oil and Face and Body Oil. I have no idea what just happened to my forehead, but let's just ignore that. As a foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Color Stay Foundation in shade 128. And I love this foundation not only because it's full coverage, but because it's very natural looking. It doesn't look caked up or heavy on the skin. It's very, very natural on, as you could see in the video. Then I'm setting it with just a very light hand of powder, and I'm just going above all my points where I don't want it to crease. I'm using my favorite drugstore LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade 973, which is a creamy beige, I believe. It's super nice because this foundation, it's only $4 and it's super buildable. It's very nice to blend in, and it's my go-to for like an everyday look. I'm just going to lightly set that again to prevent any creasing and just to set the makeup in place. I'm using a regular eyebrow pencil. I just like to have my eyebrows pretty bushy and pretty natural looking, so the only thing I do is I just trace my eyebrows, and once I have them traced, I just blend it all in completely with a spoolie brush or an eyebrow brush to just give it a nice shadow and a nice form. So for my bronzer, I'm going to use a Too Faced matte bronzer that smells like chocolate, and oh my god, a little bit of that falls in your mouth and it's so yummy. It literally tastes like chocolate. It's one of my favorite matte bronzers for the summer just because it's very easy to put on. It's also very buildable, and the moment you put it somewhere, it just gives you a very natural bronzy contour, or just a natural bronzy color. For my nose, I like to contour the top sides of my nose because I have like little bumps there, like natural bumps there, so that's my main area of contouring, and just a little bit in the tip of my nose to define it a little bit with the top. As a highlighter, I'm going to be using the Morphe x Bretman Brock highlighting palette, as it's one of my favorite highlighting palettes. As you could see, a little bit goes a long way. And one of the best things I have to say about this palette is that it goes into the skin like a cream rather than a powder, so it's not going to be cakey at all. It sits in your skin perfectly, giving you a very natural glow. I'm going ahead with the reddish color again from the same palette and using it as blush. I'm putting it a little bit in the tip of my nose just to give it a natural summer bronzy look. And with the darkest shade, I'm going on top of my bronzer to give it a very bold contour look. It might look like a lot right now, however, once the makeup is all set and ready, it's going to look much more natural, believe me. I'm going ahead with the same bronzer I used for my contour and using it as a transition shade in my eyes just to give it a little bit depth and a little bit of like a natural color. And I'm also using the same shade for my lower lash line for the same purpose, just to give it a little bit of depth and definition. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using ColourPop times Ava Gutowski's eyeshadow palette in the It's All Wild collection, and this is the light brown shade, and I'm just blending it right below the first transition shade. I'm going ahead with a little bit of a reddish shade to give it a little bit of definition as well. And for that gold look, I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics Copper Cream eyeshadow and going on top and setting it with the shimmery shade from the same eyeshadow palette from ColourPop, which is like a very bronzy, orangey, very sunset look color. I'm going in the teardrop and in the lower lash line, just following the same pattern that I have above my eye. And just to give my eye that extra pop and that extra definition, just because my eyes are a little bit hooded and they're not as defined as other features in my face, I'm going in with the dark brown and just lining the outer V both in the top and in the bottom to give my eye that extra definition, giving it a little bit of length and creating just a very nice illusion. For mascara, I'm using the NYX Worth the Hype mascara, which it is worth the hype. It's very good after the first 2 tries, just because I believe you have to let it air a little bit to get a little bit tacky, and it makes your lashes super long and super nice. For my lips, I'm going to go in with Nude Truffle, which is a very regular brown shade. And I like to overline my lips with this. I like to also shade my full lips with this and even use it as a lipstick. For today's purposes, I'm going to go in with the Liquid Suede in Soft Spoken, which is a pink brownish color that looks very natural on, I would say, most skin complexions and most skin tones. And I'm just dusting it to make sure it lies very matte and it's dry to put the copper cream eyeshadow on top, making it look like gold petals and gold dust in the middle of my lips. I'm going to go ahead with a second hand of mascara just to make sure that those lashes are as long as they can be while being natural, because I'm not going to be wearing eyelashes today, fake eyelashes today. And with this, I am done for today's look after applying some setting spray. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked it. Peace and love, my timeless souls. I'll be seeing you in the next one.